bandhana mrityurmukshiyamamritato.
Namaste. In this and the next 3 classes, we're going to focus on deepening your inner life. And in this class particularly, we'll focus on tuning into a particular aspect of God. You know, we talk about getting closer to God, but that can be such a vast concept that it can be difficult to relate to. But the Indian scriptures tell us there are 8 principal aspects of God through which it is easier to tune in. And those are love, joy, calmness, peace, light, sound, wisdom, and power. In this class, we're going to focus on tuning into the power aspect of God. And sometimes that can seem very separate from us. Here's this unimaginably great power that created and sustains the universe, and how are we going to relate to that? And yet, if we are truly divine, if we are a spark of the infinite, as all the great masters tell us, then that power is also our birthright. So in this class, let's focus on tuning into our birthright. Come into a comfortable seated position. Let's begin. Avital will assist with this class. Sitting upright with a straight spine. We're going to do Surya Bheda Pranayama, a wonderful clarifying and empowering technique for the mind to bring the tendrils of your awareness into a focus. Every inhalation comes in through the right nostril, every exhalation goes out through the left nostril, and we'll bring the right hand into Vishnu Mudra with the first 2 fingers held down, closing off the left nostril with the tips of the little and ring fingers, closing off the right with the thumb. And then we'll hold the breath, closing both nostrils in between inhalation and exhalation. So sit up tall, close off the left nostril, close the eyes, lift the gaze to spiritual eye, and let's inhale to the right to a count of 8. Hold both closed, same count. Open left, exhale 8. Close left, inhale right. Hold both closed. Open left, exhale. Let's do several more rounds. Concentrate on the clarifying effect of this practice on the mind. If this helps to focus your mind, then by all means add your own efforts to concentrate your mind, to cooperate with the technique. Concentrate at the point between the eyebrows, especially as you hold the breath. Last round. When you finish the exhalation, just relax your hand to your lap, sit quietly, gaze, turn toward the spiritual eye behind closed eyelids. And just feel that all of your threads of concentration have been drawn together to a single point at the point between the eyebrows. It's the power of concentration. We have so much energy already. If we just concentrate it, great things can happen. If we call on God's power behind every activity, then even greater things can happen. Let's open the eyes now. Let's come up onto our knees. Begin to warm up the body a bit for our practice. Remember, we have an online warm-up sequence that's a bit longer. I encourage you to use it, but we'll just do a few here now. Step your left foot forward. Avital and I will be your mirror images as usual, and come into a lunging position with the knee over the ankle. You can interlace fingers on the left knee, or you can have the hands beside the left foot. Just allow the hips to stretch out a little bit here, especially the front of the right hip. Just a few breaths. And now let's inhale back up and step the left knee back to join the right, and step the right foot forward and lunge on the side. Get the shoulders relaxed down away from ears. Breath flowing smoothly. And let's inhale up and step the right knee back to join the left. Let's come up to a standing position now. We'll do a little bit of double breathing with tension of the body, the very first of the energization exercises of Paramahansa Yogananda. Palms together in front, double inhale, tense up in a wave of tension. Double exhale, relax down. Just pouring energy into every body cell. One more. All right. Now, let's do a little bit of deep squatting, bringing the arms together overhead. As we inhale, we'll squat down and bring the arms up. Let's inhale, circle up and come down the squat. Exhale, coming back up, arms back to your sides. Inhale into the squat. Exhale, coming back up. Nice and deep with the squat. Nice warm up for the legs here. And this next time down, we're going to hold at the bottom and bring the palms together. And let's twist to one side and just hold this for a couple breaths. And then twist to the other side. And back to center. Release the hands. Inhale, circling up. Exhaling, releasing down. And let's do whole body breathing. Another wonderful whole body recharger. As you exhale, just let the upper body soften toward the floor. And feel that you have heavy objects in your hands as you inhale and the arms come out in front. A wave of tension moves up through the body, the whole body vibrating with energy at the top. Exhaling, relaxing back down again. And inhaling, just feeling God's power pouring into you. Exhaling and releasing down. A couple more times. Even more energy to the process, and you'll gain far more than you put into it. Last one. And as you exhale, relax, arms out to the sides and back down. Just close the eyes for a moment and take your attention inward, away from any need to move physically, just into that realm. That realm in the center of you. Feel like that's where the divine power comes from. It's not from outside of you. Just opening up more and more to the inner self. Let's emphasize that center now with Natarajasana, King of the Dance pose. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Bring the right foot up behind. Grasp the inner ankle. Let's inhale the left arm up. Exhale, tipping forward at the left hip. I'll just tip a little ways. Avital will go into a deeper expression of the asana. In either case, just keep your awareness of your center. Feel like you're expanding forward through your spine, expanding back through the upraised right leg. Silently affirm, while I move through life, I am anchored in myself. One more breath. And let's inhale upright. Exhaling, relax arms down to Tadasana. Close the eyes and just feel that sense of connecting with the center of your being through which all that power comes into your life, divine power, without limit. Let's do the other side. Shift the weight to the right leg. Bring the left foot up behind. Grasping inner ankle. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale. Tipping forward. Lengthening back as well. Breath flowing smoothly through you. Just feel yourself expanding from your center. Mentally affirm, while I move through life, I am anchored in myself. One more breath. And let's inhale up. Exhale to Tadasana. Shoulders soft. Gaze turned upward to the spiritual eye behind closed eyelids. Feel yourself still expanding from your center. As you expand more and more, the divine power that is your nature rushes in. Let's do Ardha Chandrasana now. Half moon pose. Bring the feet close together, as close as going to be comfortable for you. Touching is ideal. Palms open. Let's inhale and circle up. Exhale, shoulders left and hips right. Feel like you're opening up your entire being, especially the right side of your body, to receive that divine power. With the inhalations, draw it into you, not just through the breath, through the will. As if the affirmation were a command. Strength and courage fill my body cells. Strength and courage fill my body cells. And inhale tall. Exhale to Tadasana. Close the eyes and you can feel that difference in the divine power permeating especially the right side of your body. It's like the body is this great battery that we're charging more and more with energy, especially the center of that battery, so that when we go into meditation, we have the fuel to take us where we want to go. Let's do the other side. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hips left, shoulders right. Now opening up that left side of the body too. And you receive divine power. Receive your birthright. Strength and courage. Fill my body cells. Let's inhale. Rise. Exhale, soften. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. Feel like every cell is a conduit for divine power to come into your body. It's not the sort of power like in a power trip. It's just the power to do whatever needs to be done in this world. All right, let's do Padahastasana. I'll turn sideways for you here. the spine nice and long, and as we come forward into this first phase of forward bend, make it even longer. Let's inhale, circle arms up. Exhale forward, hands onto the thighs, and press into the thighs to lengthen your spine. Use your inhalations to lengthen. Back of the neck is long. One more inhale, get lots of length. As you exhale, let the hands slide down, come to the backs of the ankles, and release the upper body to the floor. Now, gravity, lengthening your spine, opening your spine to receive that divine power. Silently affirm, nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing on earth can hold me. Let's soften the knees now, inhaling, circling arms out to the sides and up, stretch tall. Open the chest. Exhaling and release down to Tadasana once again. Just feel that open spine, unlimited potential. No limits. Let's go right into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. The left foot way forward, right foot way back. Come into the lunging position. You can either have the sole of the right foot entirely on the floor or the right heel off the floor, pointing straight behind as you prefer. Knee over ankle on the left leg. Let's inhale and sweep the arms up. Sweep the chest, the gaze upward. Feel the breath pouring through you. And behind the breath, divine energy pouring through you. It's the infinite potential that is yours if you'll attune it to God's will. Silently affirm, I attune my will to the source of all power. I attune my will to the source of all power. And let's inhale, straighten the legs, step forward, reaching up. Exhale, relax the arms down to Tadasana. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. All right, let's do the other side of the asana now. Step the left foot way back. Come into the deep lunging position. Lift through the back of the left leg as you inhale. Sweep the arms forward and up, lifting your gaze, lifting the heart. So lift yourself into divine connection, uniting your will with God's will. That's when the power can flow. Silently affirm, I attune my will to the source of all power. And let's straighten the leg. Inhale, step forward, reach up. Exhaling, relax the arms down, close the eyes, lift the gaze. Every time you lift your gaze to the spiritual eye, feel it. It just invites more prana, more power to come into you. Let's now do Warrior 2 pose. Let's step the feet wide apart. Turn the left leg out 90 degrees, right leg rotates in. Let's inhale. Open, palms up. Exhaling, lunging to the left, turning your gaze out over left arm. Feel whole body expanding from your center, out through the fingertips, both legs expanding from the center. As God flows through you. It's all that's happening here. Silently affirm, I joyfully manifest the power of God. I joyfully manifest the power of God. And let's come to upright, reaching tall, toes forward, and relaxing arms down to your sides. Close the eyes and just feel that joyful power of spirit flowing through you still, strengthening you. As Paramahansa Yogananda said, you will never find God until you are very strong in yourself. It's not strong in the ego, strong in the higher self, strong in our ability to let God flow through us. Let's do the other side of the asana. Right leg turns out, left leg rotates in. Once again, inhale, open. Exhale, bending right knee, gazing over right arm. Feel like you're getting yourself out of the way so that God's joy can pour through you. Do the asana through you. Do everything in your life through you. Silently affirm, I joyfully manifest the power of God. I joyfully manifest the power of God. One more breath. And let's inhale, rise. Exhaling, relax arms down, close the eyes. Just pause in this wide stance position. It's the open position of the legs, affirming that openness to receive the power of Spirit, that infinite power, which is ours by our own birthright. Let's open the eyes again. Let's come down to a sitting position. Knees bent, feet out in front of you for Navasana, boat pose. Before we go into this asana, just take a moment as a challenging asana, really try to feel it. It's God's power that's holding you in the position. Don't think in terms of muscle power. Think in terms of expanding, of radiating light into the asana. Let's start out supported. Let's bring the hands behind the knees. Tip the torso back a bit and straighten through the legs out in front of you. Find your balance. Keep the breath moving. If at any time you want to take away the supports of your hands and just have your hands alongside the knees, please do that. If you need to bend the knees slightly, do that. Or if you even need to keep the support, just stay there. Keep the breath flowing. Concentrate on the energy coursing up and down through your spine as you breathe. Silently affirm, within my every breath is infinite power. Last breath. And let's relax down to a comfortable cross-legged sitting position. Let's close the eyes and feel that now as then, there's infinite power within every breath. How can you open to that power? It's there for you. Claim it. Let's concentrate that power now, especially in the spine. We're going to do, Avital will do Chakrasana, wheel pose. I will do Dhanurasana, bow pose. Do whichever one you know and would like to do. If you don't know how to do Chakrasana, please look at our online instructional video first before attempting it for some safety aspects of the asana. So as you're ready, in either asana, either hands beneath your shoulders for Chakrasana or grasping ankles for Dhanurasana, inhaling and open up. Open up the front of the body and charge the spine with energy. Turn your gaze to the point between the eyebrows. You're like, that's the way to receive even more energy, pouring into your spine. Mentally affirm, I'm awake, energetic, enthusiastic. I'm awake, energetic, enthusiastic. Come out when you need to. But if you're still in the pose, just open up a little bit more. Rise into the pose. Receive that power. And with last exhalation, let's release. Gracefully come to the floor, either into Shavasana if you were doing Chakrasana, or simple prone position if you were doing Dhanurasana. Just let the body soften for a moment. And then let's come upright once again. Comfortable sitting position. Close the eyes, and now in this upright position, focus on the effortless rise of energy to the brain. We poured all that energy into the spine, all that divine power. Just let the brain be filled with it. Let's do this pose, Vashisthasana. Let's come on to the left hip and left hand, and you can stack the feet, right foot atop the left, or for balance, you may wish to have the right foot in front of the left. Avital will do it stacked. I'll do with one foot in front of the other. Let's inhale and sweep the right arm up. Keep lengthening up through the left arm. Breath flowing smoothly. Make a very conscious effort to make the flow of your breath even, smooth. You can even look up if you wish, past the upraised arm. Just feel God's power doing the asana through this body. Nothing else happening. Just stay focused. Two more breaths. And next exhalation, let's release down and come into cross-legged sitting position once again. Close the eyes and just enjoy the awakening in the body. Just every asana bring you greater sense of the inner power of the Spirit is with you always. As we prepare to do the other side, let's just take the affirmation first. Get into the spirit of it. The calm fire of my concentration burns all restlessness, all distraction. Try to feel this asana helping to make your concentration sharper, more focused on the divine power coming into you. Let's do the other side. The right hip, either stacking the feet or left foot in front of the right. As you're ready, inhale and sweep up. Gaze forward or gaze upward, as is your choice. Just keep the breath flowing. Lengthen up through the right arm. Silently affirming the calm fire of my concentration burns all restlessness, all distraction. Feel your concentration inviting divine power to pour in one more breath. And let's gracefully release down to cross-legged once again. So much energy within and all around us. Feel your brain like a sponge absorbing it and sending it forward to the point between the eyebrows. How could we ever think we were limited? Our reality is spirit. I will do one more active asana. Avital will do sasamgasana, inversion with the crown of the head on the floor to help to draw energy to the brain, but it also magnetizes the spine if you keep stretching forward through the spine as you grip on your heels. For those of you who know headstand, you can feel free to do headstand with me, or look on our online instructional video if you've never done it before. But as you're ready, rise into hare pose, sasamgasana or sirsasana. Keep the breath flowing. Keep the power pouring into your brain. Silently affirm, I am He. I am He. Blissful Spirit, I am He. Come out when you need to. And let's all release now. Come into child pose. Let's relax forehead to floor. Let shoulders relax. Feel the gentle pressure of the point between the eyebrows on the floor, drawing that energy, drawing that power to that point. I am He, blissful Spirit, I am He. Now let's come into corpse pose, Shavasana. Stretch out full length on your belly and roll over onto the back side of the body. Stretch the legs out. Close the eyes. Lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. And as you relax in this asana, letting go of all physical effort, feel that you're also letting go of all doubt as to who you are in truth. Letting go of all self-limiting thoughts. All the likes and dislikes that keep you bound to a personality. All the hopes and fears that keep you separate from your ultimate reality. Just relax them all away. None are real. Only spirit. Only the divine self is real. Now gently begin to move the body a little bit, the hands, the feet, the arms, the legs. Bring your knees up and wrap arms around them, squeeze them in, and roll forward and back along the length of your spine. Larger and larger movements, and then come to an upright position. Let's sit for our pranayama practice. Leading into meditation, we're going to do a powerful pranayama technique, Bhastrika pranayama. But don't get lost in physical effort on this pranayama technique. I feel that it's the infinite spirit moving through you, and that your job is to stay focused, stay relaxed, and let this power move through you. We'll do sets of 12 of Bhastrika breaths, where we're inhaling, you're pushing the belly out, strong inhalation, forceful inhalation, and a forceful exhalation as well, squeezing the belly in to release the air. So I'll just do a few repetitions here to demonstrate before we do it together. We'll take a regular inhale, we'll take a full exhale, and then we'll begin the practice. Like that. Very simple. We'll do sets of 12. Okay. Closing the eyes, turning the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. Try to keep the rest of your body as still as possible, but without forcefully holding it still. Just relax it still. Let the breath, let the power of God move through you. Full inhalation. Complete exhalation. And begin. And relax. Feel that divine power flooding your brain with life, with energy. Like you've done the work to make a very strong connection with God in the aspect of power. We'll just do a couple more rounds of this practice to deepen that connection. Like a regular inhale, a regular exhale, and let's do 12 more. And relax. You may feel already the brain just completely filled with energy. Like there's no space to hold more, but just let it expand. Don't try and hold it to yourself. Let your entire being expand to increase your capacity. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And begin. And relax. Let everything rise to the spiritual eye. Feel yourself with access to unimaginable power, inexhaustible, omnipotent. That's God's power. That's your birthright. It has never been separate from you, except in your own thoughts. Meditate on that infinite, inconceivably powerful force that is spirit, that is your reality. Now prepare the mind to come back to an outward state of awareness, holding on to that inner connectedness with spirit. Slowly open the eyes once again. Just remember, when you unite your will with God's will, that's when divine power can flow into you. And there's nothing that's impossible. Joy to you.